Q&A time.
This is weird. Pick him up.
Okay,
Show him.
do you want to be on our video? The
Royal Cowboy.
Alright, nice.
You don't want it.
Question me, goddamn you.
Question you. Okay, the vegan tricks. Hello, vegan.
Shout outs to Vegan Tricks, check out her channel.
Who are
She's
your
freaking awesome.
Who are your most inspirational vegans?
I will say Vegan Revolution for, like, you know, everything he does. He's doing some craziness at the minute, which I'm not really meant to go into, I don't think. And Ali Tabrizi, to be fair, those two guys. And people like Banana Warrior Princess, Joey Carbstrong. I'll tell you who I am particularly impressed by is Patricia from Vegan Asylum. Just anyone who's passionate enough to speak their truth and, like, against people who will hate, like, what you're saying because it's like anti what they're doing. But sometimes I feel like maybe I'm not speaking strongly enough about my views. But obviously we're trying to change the world, and we need strong, aggressive activists. We need more kind, like, nurturing activists. Between the lot of us, we'll get everyone. But yeah, the guys like that who are selflessly putting themselves out there, getting a load of negative harshness, they're not doing it for themselves, they're doing it for the sake of the animals. So I think that's fucking beautiful. Well done. And anyone else like that who I've not thought of, I'm really sorry. I should have spent some time thinking about this one. But activists, really, I'll say. Activists.
And also, what advice would you give to obese vegans looking to get
their weight down
and to get those vegan gains?
So obviously nutrition is huge. It's really, like, key. I'm a fan of higher carb, lower fat, whole foods. Sometimes like some weight training, some resistance training to actually build some muscle. I think that in the fitness industry, that's really the new fat loss, is like, in the new dieting, is really resistance training. The more muscle you hold, the more calories you burn even at rest. So I'd like to see maybe ideally three weight sessions, and then alternate that with some cardio, and in particular, like, HIIT cardio, like, rather than steady state, long, slow distance stuff. I mean, you need to do that first to build up an aerobic base, but then build it into something a bit more intense, which has just been shown hormonally to make much better benefits for fat loss. Nice.
Okay, so Twisted Hippie. First of all, he wants to know the t-shirt model's number. He means Holly Brown in the photo. But his serious question is, if you could magically play an instrument perfectly, which instrument would you choose?
So a lot of people probably don't know this, but I was a bit of a turntablist in my formative years. Into, like, hip hop and into, like, scratching and all that sort of malarkey. So historically, I would have said that, really. It's not really an instrument, but you can make some cool music with it. But yeah, I don't know, I've kind of changed. I'm not into all that, like, ego-driven rap and stuff, sort of. So probably, like, I think if I really bothered to listen to music, which I don't currently particularly, but I think I'd probably get into something like classical or something, just more higher vibrational stuff. So I don't really know. I'm going to say violin for no particular reason.
Fruity Liana asks, okay, I started taking vitamin D2. I know it's better to take D3 as you told me, but I want to finish the ones I've got. Since I started taking them, I'm getting dizzy. Is there a reason for this happening? I tried stopping them a few days ago and I didn't get dizzy.
I've not heard of anything, but yeah, cut that shit out if it's making you dizzy. Don't know.
Get on the D3.
Yeah, I can't imagine there's anything in there that would do that. Like, some people would probably argue, oh, they might be a bit toxic. There might be, like, sort of toxic things in them, like magnesium.
Steroid.
stearate is that one, and
Yeah.
some additives. People say really avoid supplements if at all possible, which I sort of agree with, but you know, in a cold climate, some D3 is really important if you're not getting sun, and some B12 for a vegan. But yeah, that's a weird one. I've not heard of that, but yeah.
You can get some
Check that out.
supplements that have just got like a rice capsule and that
Yeah.
don't have any additives. I can't remember what the company is now, but they're
Yeah,
cool, aren't they?
really with supplements, the more money you spend, like the much better quality. Yeah, sorry I couldn't be of further help.
So, Natalie Denise, she says, I would like to see fellow vegans talk about their view on death. So, you know, lots of people talk about their meat being humanely killed. Is killing just killing?
Yep.
Halal way of killing an animal seems brutal compared to the red tractor way. It's wrong either way, but halal style, it just looks evil.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, shall we just on to that bit so
Yes.
far? So, you know, in this country, like they actually use gas chambers to kill pigs, for instance. So that's pretty freaking brutal, isn't it? Do you know, humane means to treat with tenderness and kindness and compassion. So the humane way to treat an animal is to leave it alone and let it live its life. You wouldn't say humane child molestation. You wouldn't say humane rape. If I said this to people who are trying to argue that, they'd be really offended. Well, if someone is raped, like they're going to live, aren't they? Like, and it's not nice, but they're still going to have a life, and maybe they can get over that trauma, and you know. So yeah. So there's no such thing. Basically, it's an oxymoron.
I am pro euthanasia too because I don't like suffering.
Yeah.
I believe those terminally ill are going to die should have that choice rather than block watching.
Yeah. So I agree with that. So it all comes down to like religion, doesn't it? Really, like we used to say. Well, we say that God says that suicide or murder is like a sin. But you know, how many people actually believe in this stuff nowadays? Not a big percentage. So we're murdering animals that don't like it, but we're letting people suffer who want to die. You know, it's all wrong, isn't it?